I appreciate everyone who joined me today on the launch of the playlist live stream. Like I said, I'm going to come on live immediately after. So here I am. All right. So I hope you enjoyed those 10 music videos, I think. I couldn't have done them without the village, the village of supporters who've been there for me. All right. And, it's actually humbling to listen to the results of all those nights and days of hard work, And I want to say a special shout out to Andy and Nancy. He does his work quietly without much fanfare, but he's a super talented brother. He's a podcaster. He's got the Bits and Pieces podcast coming to you, but 3 or 4 times a week. They had the dope session last night, the EP launch, watch party, Don J's EP in the morning, now streaming, all right? And Brother Andy, he's a beats maker. He plays the keys, the keyboards. He's a music producer. He's a video editor. He does graphic design, all that good stuff. So, and he's also a dub poet. So big shout out to Brother Andy, man. I appreciate all the support and tips you've been giving me, man. The man is always saying, Pablo, you got to do this, not that, do that. Of course, Don J, Alfred, my brother, you guys have supported me, encouraged me along this journey. I started way back during the pandemic in 2021, did a couple of Creolese things. I was a little rusty, just trying to crawl into this musical zone. And slowly but surely, with the support of my village, I was able to get better, incrementally. So now I think I'm a little better than I was back in 2021. But yeah, thanks to everyone who joined the live to watch the playlist live stream. And I want to say that next Saturday at 12 noon, we're going to have our 41st show. That's 4-1 on the Karna. All right. And the featured guest is going to be the Afro Beats rising star all the way from Nigeria, Chalex, the boss. All right. 3 words. You got to make sure you say it all the time. Chalex, the boss. All right. He's going to be our featured guest on show number 41, our first show for year number 3. All right. We're in our 3rd year on the Karna. So a big shout out to Brother Chalex for agreeing to be the featured guest on our show. We're still working out a few things. Got to get some of his drops, some shout outs from him. If he's not going to be able to be live, we'll at least get him to send us a video shout out that we can share with the fans. All right, so hold the date. Next Saturday, 12 noon, that's October 21st for show number 41 on the Karna. Tell a friend. All right, we celebrating Creole culture and talent through music, poetry, storytelling, and edutainment. All right, be sure to follow the Karna at facebook.com/Creolese with a K, Karna with a K, 2021. You follow that, let me repeat it, facebook.com/Creolese with a K, Karna with a K, Korner, 2021. That's when we started, all right? And you'll get all the updates there. So last show was dope. That was our 2nd anniversary show. I want to again give another shout out to the 4 featured artists and of course my Karna crew. Couldn't do it without you guys. Our featured artists were Maggie Harris, Alfred Adams, Brother Don J, and Zebulon the counselor. So big shout out to everybody, all those great, super talented people for making the show a tremendous success. All right. As we say in Guyana, in Creole, one dotty bill dam, So every show is another .tv adding to the pile, to the dam, you know. And the dam will never be built, remember. It's aspirational. It's about aiming for perfection, which is the ultimate dam. But if you fall short, then you're pretty good because you're still good. You shoot for the stars, and if you reach the clouds, that's still good. It's all good, you know. So with that, I want to wish you all a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining the playlist live stream. Join us here again next Saturday. And this is actually a test of the new restreaming software that I'm using. It's called Restream, Restream. Now, Restream with a paid subscription allows me to multi-stream to 5 channels. So we can share the Karna to Facebook, YouTube, thekarna.org. I'm going to talk about that some more. We got a new website for thekarna. It's called thekarna.org. It's you know, a minimalist design just to give you the fundamentals. You know, we can do a live stream there just in case Facebook decide to kind of mess with us. Eventually, we're going to have the ability to embed videos. That costs a lot. That costs a little more, you know, so we're going to need some cheese for that. But right now, we can actually share the live video from either Facebook or YouTube, preferably, on the website. But the plan is, once the funds come in, and having said that, you know, we encourage you to make a small donation if you can. All right, I've got the QR code on the poster for today's live. If the spirit moves you, you know, show the Karna some love. We try to pay each artist whenever we have funds in the kitty, a token honorarium of $50 or $100, depending on the how much they did and what's available. So almost every artist that has been featured on the show within the past year or so got a little something from us, you know, if they wanted it. You know, some of them, you know, they don't really want it, you know, but it's all good. Anyway, that's that. Enough from me. I am, you know, just happy. Oh yeah, one more thing. Like I mentioned, 2 things actually. The first is thekarna.org, DEKARNA.org. Write it down, visit. It's under construction, but there's still some things that you can see there. You can see the homepage, you can kind of see the menu and that type of stuff, see the direction we're going in. We want to celebrate and showcase our artists, our Creole artists and culture. You know, I'm going to be sharing some Creole stories there in the blog. So if you've got stories, send them in. All right, send them in to me via WhatsApp, my WhatsApp number, or email preferably. That's jpaul591@hotmail.com. Again, we're looking for stories, Creole stories. You know, it could be Creolese with a little bit of English, you know, or all Creolese. But we're looking for, you know, stories from the Caribbean, from Africa, from all over the world, you know, because Creole culture is global. It's not just a West Indian thing, a Haitian thing, or a Guyanese thing, or Trinidad or Jamaican thing. There's Creole cultures in every country, in Africa, in Europe, you name it, you know, America. So that's the perspective we want to have on the Karna. So we're looking for do some big things in 2024. We're going to bring on some global artists. I've got some friends from my open mic poetry circuit that are going to be coming on starting in November of this year, next month. Leontre is the name, Leontre. Remember that name. All right, she's from Jamaica, super talented. She plays the guitar, she sings. She's on Spotify right now. So if you want to really preview her work, just go into Spotify and type in Leontre, Leontre. She's amazing. She's amazing. That's a superstar right there in my book. All right. So, and finally, my new single, you heard it on the playlist today. I never knew which is essentially my story. For those of you who don't know, I used to be this jet-setting pharmaceutical rep with Pfizer, doing well, climbing the corporate ladder, as I say in the song. And then the big man said, "Hey, slow your horses, all right? I got another plan for you, And so instead of just putting me on the other plan, the man decided to hit me with this autoimmune disease called Behçet's, all right? So man got devious ways of getting you on your destined path. So the big man threw this curveball, and I battled it, starting from like 1999, I think I had my first symptoms. In the song, I say one of the lines is, then one day a lump appeared under my left shoulder. The next week, another appeared under my right. Over time, they grew into very painful clusters, but the sun kept shining. The weather was dope. So in spite of those symptoms that I had, those early symptoms, I still fought through it. I lived my life. I was only about 39 years old at the time, I think, or 38. And I got these first symptoms. And of course, being in shape, I thought, what the heck, I'll get over this. But I never did. The symptoms got worse and worse. And, look at the Behçet's, BEHCET''S. It's also called Silk Road Disease, SILK road disease. And it's very rare. Unfortunately, it picked me, but I'm a fighter, right? And in spite of all the things I went through, the surgeries, the open bypass, the transfusions, all of that stuff, me still there, all right? Like our ancestors, I persevered through all of that. And because of that perseverance, I am here today, all right? On this journey of storytelling, all right? In one of my pieces, I said, I am a griot, all right? Griot, which means storyteller in the West African tradition, a tradition I proudly carry on, all right? So I'm going to end with this. Me still there. Them lick up Baba Agba, drag him in chain, cross the big river, sell him like hog, walk him like mule, strip everything, including the skin off his back. But me still there. Me still there, oh. Me still there, though. Massa lick up my ancestor. But me still there. Me still there. We still there. And with that, I thank you for your time. I thank you for joining both lives, if you did. And I will see you next week. Have a great weekend. All right. One love. Ashe.